Yes, this prominent actress, Halle Berry, recently was supposed to play a transgender role, but after much backlash, she quickly snatched back that decision of moving forward with this role. And so I went out to go see in the community of San Angelo what were some people's thoughts and reactions to this recent decision.
We have to open up that dialogue so that we can do better as humans.
Hollywood has applauded actors who have done voices of Black roles and also playing queer roles, and many other self-identification related roles for decades, it seems. I reached out to Lanny Rogers Burlinson, who is the LGBTQ plus services advocate over at Open Arms and Crisis Center, who gave me a little bit more cultural and historical context.
It was usually portrayed as played by a cisgender person. It wasn't a trans person, and it was usually a man dressed up in women's clothing.
Burlinson said often trans people have not been allowed to play transgender characters, thereby reducing to a singular understanding of gender because of the fact that some have not moved past the surface level part of the conversation. Burlinson said diverse representation of people's experiences should exist on screen and should also be at the forefront.
So that is what people are seeing, and that's all they have to go by, whether they identify as trans or non-binary, or if it's just a cisgender person.
Nick Ellis is a member of the LGBTQ community and graduated Angelo State University with a bachelor's in theater design back in 2018. Here are his thoughts on the subject.
It should be played by someone who identifies as transgender.
Glad Media Statistics says more than 80% of people do not know someone who is trans and are introduced to transgenderness via TV. Let's look at the political side of this storyline. President Trump changing laws to deny trans access to health care. Just 2 weeks ago, the Supreme Court said the Title VII decision, which was based on a civil rights law, said and noted one cannot fire people based on actual or perceived sexual identity or gender identification or expression.
They are worthy of the job, or they're talented enough to get that job.
However, it is still legal to deny access to members of the LGBTQ community to public services like gas stations, hospitals, and restaurants. Real-life day-to-day challenges, according to the National Black Justice Coalition, which the local LGBTQ community feels should be accurately portrayed on television.
As an advocate, I think it's really sad that this has been politicized, because these are people that are just trying to live their day-to-day life.
Burlinson believes members of the trans community should be able to highlight what she says are real-life stories.
It's important for us to see ourselves, whether that be female, gay, straight, whatever we are identifying as.
Celebrate and talk. Those were two words that stuck out to me after the many conversations I had regarding LGBTQ representation on the big screens. Some LGBTQ community members saying it all comes down to this: talking that talk, but also walking that walk. Other LGBTQ community members saying society still has a lot of work to do. I'm Cami Simmons, reporting for Fox West Texas.